The small, windswept town of Graven Hollow was nestled deep in the heart of a dense, shadowed forest. Centuries-old trees loomed over the narrow cobblestone streets like ancient sentinels, their gnarled branches scratching against one another, creating an eerie symphony that haunted the night. The townsfolk were a superstitious lot, their lives governed by old legends and even older fears. But none loomed larger than the tale of the Accursed Crypt. It was said that anyone who dared trespass into the crypt's dark embrace would never return, consumed by the malignant spirits that resided within. Evelyn Hartman, a spirited young woman new to the town, scoffed at the warnings. With fiery red hair and eyes that seemed to reflect the depths of the forest, she was driven by an insatiable curiosity and an iron-willed determination. A crypt full of ghosts? Surely, it was nothing more than the product of overactive imaginations and small-town hysteria. One mist-laden evening, Evelyn found herself standing before the crypt's entrance. The air was thick with the smell of damp earth and decay, and a chill ran down her spine. Yet, she pressed on, flashlight in hand and heart pounding like a war drum. The door to the crypt creaked open, revealing a yawning maw of darkness. The first few steps were hesitant, her breaths shallow and quick. She could feel the weight of the legends pressing down on her, but her resolve was unshaken. As she ventured deeper, the temperature plummeted, and an oppressive silence enveloped her. Suddenly, faint whispers began to echo through the stone chambers, growing louder with each step she took. Words she couldn't understand, spoken in a language long forgotten. Fear gnawed at the edges of her courage, but she forced herself forward. Her flashlight flickered ominously, casting long, dancing shadows on the walls. The whispers grew into wails, their tone desperate, pleading for release. A sudden gust of freezing wind extinguished her light, plunging her into pitch blackness. Her pulse quickened as her eyes struggled to adjust, and then she saw them, ethereal figures, translucent and glowing with a ghostly light, their faces twisted in torment. They reached out to her, their fingers like tendrils of smoke, each touch sending a jolt of icy dread through her veins. In the middle of the chamber stood a spectral figure, larger and more imposing than the rest. It appeared to be a woman, her eyes hollow and soulless, staring directly at Evelyn. A voice, cold and echoing, filled the chamber. "You should not have come here." With a scream, Evelyn turned and fled, the wailing spirits hot on her heels. She burst through the crypt door, stumbling onto the damp ground outside. The whispers faded, replaced by a deafening silence. She looked back once, seeing the crypt's entrance seal shut, the ancient curse once more contained. Yet, the whispers never truly left her. Night after night, as she lay in bed, they murmured in the corners of her mind, reminding her of the terror that lurked in Graven Hollow's darkest shadows.